going to be Craig McDermott from the River End, the inform Australian bowler. He'll be bowling to Sohail and Ramiz Raja back in the side after injury. And it's vitally important for Pakistan that the openers get away to a flying start. The conditions are perfect. Certainly a magnificent batting strip, bright sunny afternoon and a fast outfield. And with all pace attack, I guess Border will give some support with spin, but if they get away to a flying start, they'll be looking to 240 to 250. Stump vision gives you a view. It's as flat as attack. It really is a beauty. And it's well driven, and the fast pitch will enable that ball to run down to long on. It's going to go all the way, hence the timing was there. First boundary for Pakistan.
Yes, it is a lightning fast ground, and it's accentuated if you actually hit the ball onto the pitch, or in fact any of the centre square, the pitch areas, really hard there, and you get tremendous bounce. It's like playing that electric light cricket that they play in Adelaide, where you bounce the ball into the ground over the fieldsman's head.
Steady start by Pakistan here at the WACA after winning the toss, electing to bat. It's beautifully played. The ball swinging onto his pads. He's timed that beautifully going down the hill. Should run for here at least. Board of the fieldsman giving the chase. And he's struggling a bit. Get home. Good relay there. The throw from Whitney, not all that quick on the second throw, but beautifully timed stroke of his pads. Ramiz Raja, that was a superb stroke.
Yes, it was the outswinger starting around leg stump, which is not a bad ball sometimes to somebody who likes to clip the ball through the onside.
And they thought the Border was going to cut that off. Such a danger fieldsman in that worst position. Either the off or onside Border, they're quite hesitant before they took that single. He's a magnificent fieldsman, as we saw at the match at the Gabba when he threw out Mohammad Azharuddin, which really turned that match around.
Well, might have been worth trying it again. That has just rocketed into the fence at straight hit.
The glorious straight drive. Not over pitching by all that much, but on the WACA, your line and your length has to be perfect. Just a little bit too much width. And you get past the infield here straight at the WACA, you've got 4 just about every time.
And it's no wicket for 40. It's coming towards the end of the 13th over. And it's now none for 44. Pakistan have taken the initiative here at the WACA ground in Perth. They won the toss and batted. Amir Sohail is 13, Ramiz Raja 20, 11 extras. The fourth bowler to be used comes on now, Michael Whitney from the members' end. It's a great batting pitch, fast outfield, perfect conditions, and Pakistan taking full advantage of all that.
Well, Mike Whitney's become a better bowler over the last couple of years because he has improved his in-swing. He's now able to bring the ball back in from outside the off stump of the right-hander. And the one that carries on is the one that quite often will get the wicket. The batsman plays for the in-swing, as we've seen here. Carries on, takes the outside edge. And down to third man, Bruce Reid, for a single.
Michael Whitney is the bowler. Amir Sohail is taking strike. And there'll be 3 there if they really hustle. Border having fallen in trying to field. Things running along very well for Pakistan at the moment. Here's David Gower in the commentary box, and with him is Clive Ross.
And they've come through for a very quick single there. The ball deflected. Ian Healy diving to his left behind the stumps there, not quite sure that it came off the bat. leg byes given by PD reporter. Fine athletic stop for Healy, but a good quick single taken.
It's Mike Whitney here, just drifting a little bit down the leg side, just off the thigh, and Healy does extremely well to save that. And then even with a throw from the wicketkeeper hitting the stumps, excellent bit of cricket.
Could be 2 down to third man. It's a chase for Craig McDermott. As the Hell comes back very quickly, comfortably there on 2.
The Australian fielding has been exceptionally good. McDermott down here on the boundary is one of the Australians' real good fielders. Yeah, it comes down to him, and he's very quick to it. Good pick up and throw, and it discourages batsmen from actually trying to get a third run.
Ball toss from Mike Whitney, and Ramiz Raja hit it straight down the ground. They'll get 2 certainly for this, possibly come back for the third. No, deciding against it.
It's Mike Whitney bowling this one here, which is hit just got a finger end on that one there. It was possibly a catch for Mike Whitney. He won't be very happy with it, and seen his reaction to it here where he throws at the wicketkeeper. He looks pretty frustrated, indicating it probably was a catch.
And again the ball uppish, this time flying straight down towards long leg. Again Craig McDermott, the fielder, down there. And as Raja collects another single. This is wide from Whitney. And Amir Sahel throws the bat at it. It's through Jeff Marsh in the gully. It's a long chase for Dean Jones. Again, this outfield very quick here today at the Wacker. Dean Jones, a fabulous throw into Ian Healy. That's a throw of 80 metres or so. Almost straight in over the top of the stumps. Jeff Marsh took the pace off that ball at gully, and Dean Jones did the rest.
He really throws his bat at it, and because they've come in close for the single, could hardly get down to save that the ball.
That'll be more runs for Ramiz Raj. He's going to race away over the outfield. He's clipped it very firmly through his wicket, and Jones covering a lot of ground. Well, that's run away very quickly for 4 runs, and Pakistan at the end of the 18th over now none for 70.
So you can see it's a prolific scorer.
Great shot from Amir Sahel. He's timed this wonderfully through extra cover. A despairing dive, not good enough to cut this, so he's going to race to the boundary. Pakistan now none for 76. Well, he's out, he's gone. Ramiz Raja doing exactly that, trying to accelerate the rate. He's aimed through the wicket. Alan Border very sharp at mid-wicket, has caught the ball cleanly. It's the first Pakistan wicket to fall. 78 the runs on the board.
You see Whitney back of a length, and Ramiz Raja dragging it over mid-wicket, and a great catch by Alan Border, going away to his left. Just what Australia need, and the score 1 for 78.
Malik not been in great touch through this competition, but a very talented batsman nonetheless. He'll take his first ball from Mike Whitney. Malik comfortably enough there on the front foot, in defensive mood. Well bowled Mike Whitney. Australia did need that breakthrough there. Pakistan having made good progress to 78 without loss. Alan Border there, the captain and the catcher, half responsible for that dismissal. And here we go again. Ramiz Raja trying to drag the ball through mid-wicket, hits it at shoulder height, almost straight to Alan Border. He takes it very, very casually indeed, very happy with that. And it's a wicket again for Tom Moody. Salim Malik horribly out of form in this competition. He's bowled, all ends up by Tom Moody. It's been a good opening over there from Moody, and Salim Malik coming forward, plays all round this delivery. Pakistan lose their second wicket. It's 2 for 80.
Alan Border having changed the bowler at this end. There it is, Salim Malik playing all around it, bowled middle stump. Change of bowling. Amazing, now you get a wicket.
well. Salim Malik not been in form. He's very, very disconsolate as he trudges back. He's on his way back to the pavilion. And Pakistan are 2 for 80. And so it'll be Amir Sohail to take strike again from Mike Whitney. But Pakistan have gone backwards here slightly. They were in good nick 10 minutes ago. He's away this time. Confidently played through the offside. It's a long chase for Tom Moody. This ball's going to race away for 4. It's not really a contest. Javed Miandad off the mark with the second delivery. 4 runs.
As Javed shown his intentions here, he's tried to crack the first one away and missed it. And here, this next delivery he faces, drives it beautifully through between backward point and cover. And the Australian fielders have got no chance as it runs away for 4.
Good shot, and that's knocked down. Good save. It's the single. It's a good shot and knocked down by Border. He's a gem there. If he picked it up, there's a chance for a run out. He knows it. Beautiful effort by the Australian captain. Moody causing a problem or 2. That's good running, but it was a leading edge almost. It's a big bite. Beat the bat. Threw off the pad. And Javed Miandad scampering through for the run. Moody was in the action as well.
Yes, what saved Javed here is a bit slow taking off, was that the ball went out square of the wicket towards point.
Thanks, Bill. And we've seen some tremendous fielding from the Australians. Some great diving saves. And exactly the urgency that that Australia needs in the field.
It looks as if Javed Miandad's not very happy with his stomach complaint that he kept him out of the game against South Africa. And yeah, it looks as if he's a little bit weary at the present moment.
Javed had a bowel infection, and that's why he missed the game against South Africa at the Gabba. And he hasn't been all that well, but obviously the importance of this game.
279, very interested in passing Kirsten, Crow, Lara, 2 from Sri Lanka there.
That's nicely hit. He's hit plenty of boundaries in this competition too. And up goes the bat. As he hit it, he had the bat in the air waving for the 50. And he knew where it was headed. And Javed, I would be certain, would be telling him, your job is only half done, son. Keep it going.
Yes, here comes his 50. Just picks it up over mid-wicket and mid-on. Short, the fielder's in short, saving that single. Very safe hit, and he's got his 50 of 85 balls.
That will be another boundary. So that's 28 in all for Sohail in the tournament. He's hit 5 today, and that has him in 3rd place in the World Cup. Brian Lara has hit 32, Martin Crowe 31, and then Amir Sohail has 28 boundaries in the World Cup.
Sohail times the ball superbly here, gives himself just a bit of room with extra bounce and clips it right in the gap.
4 to replace Bruce Reid. Bruce Reid taking a bit of stick in the last over, and Sohail is going on with the job here. That's 3 boundaries in the last couple of overs from the members' end.
Now that Sohail's got his 50, he's looking to score pretty freely. And there you see his first ball, not too sure of the length, and Sohail just jumps on the half volley, 4 runs.
And once again, he's hit it into the gap. So the boundary's coming thick and fast for Amir Sohail.
Yes, he's been looking to hit short pitch deliveries on the leg side, and here War comes in and drops one short here, and that's exactly what he's been looking for. Times it perfectly, straight in the gap, and there's no chance from a despairing dive there.
And he hasn't quite found the gap this time. Mike Whitney down there. 14 runs coming off the last couple of overs for Bruce Reid. Well, that's a good shot. And he's found the boundary again. His placement is excellent.
So he's very confident at the moment, and yeah, the ball's over pitched slightly, and the form that he's in, that's just where he wants it, and places it absolutely perfectly.
Ian Healy, and he's taken the catch. So Tom Moody gets his second breakthrough, and it's a good one for Australia, getting rid of Amir Sohail.
This here's the in-form batsman in a bid to try and score a lot quicker. He gets this ball, he's trying to pull over mid-wicket, gets a top edge. In fact, it looks like the batter's open-faced, and Healy takes a great catch over his head. Pakistan 103 for 157.
Imran Khan has come in to join Javed Miandad. In the commentary position, David Gower joins Richie Beno.
Just 3 wickets down, 157 on the board. That's beautifully placed. Long, long chase for the man coming from behind deep square. Steve Waugh.
Sohail had played very well, played some fabulous shots today. Aiming over deep square leg there, he's only succeeded in getting a top edge. Healy moves back there. Good catch, hard catch coming over the shoulder there, taken well.
But he moved freely enough there, got himself into good position. They are never easy, and he took it very well.
We saw Ian Healy at Adelaide the other day having to make a lot of ground towards square leg to catch something similar. This time not quite such a demanding travel.
Brilliant 76 from Amir Sohail, 34 from Ramiz Raja. Javed Miandad is on strike. And there is the start of the run rush now. Whitney is the bowler, and Imran and Javed Miandad have had their conference, and this is the result.
Well, Javed knows what he's got to do now. He's hit this ball very cleanly, timed it beautifully. It's actually gone at catchable height, but straight through the gap, beautifully placed. And once it's found that gap, there's no doubt about it, it's always going to be 4 runs. Javed, a very good player, very good improviser in the later stages of an innings.
That's a wonderful hit.
Well, it might have taken Imran a while to find his length, to get the hang of his swing. On this occasion, there's no doubt about it whatsoever. It's a long, long hit, over long on. He's picked up Mike Whitney very cleanly. Very powerful striker of a ball, Imran Khan. And that's 4 or 5 rows back into the crowd.
3 for 193. It's Steve Waugh to bowl to Javed Miandad. And that is very well bowled by Steve Waugh. A quicker delivery. Javed Miandad was looking for the stroke down towards third man. And Healy has done the job.
As spotted by Richie Beno there. Bit of extra pace from Steve Waugh. Miandad had given himself room. Just a thin top edge there. Ian Healy completes the catch. Miandad not a happy man. Knows that he was going to be responsible for most of the rest of Pakistan innings. Pakistan now 4 for 193.
Timed the ball quite beautifully up in Brisbane the other day when Pakistan played India. It was eventually run out with that astonishing piece of fielding from Jonty Rhodes. Imran was in with him when he was run out the other day. Healy taking another catch. It was well bowled by Steve Waugh. Good test of character, having started badly with lots of wides, to be able to come back and bowl at this crucial stage of the innings. Now then, Bruce Reid. Tom Moody the man at long off. And Steve Waugh has come back very well. He was in trouble at one point with the wides, and the fact that he was taking a little bit of a hammering shows great strength of character to be able to come back in this fashion.
Tom Moody got himself in a good position here. For a while it looked as though the ball was going to clear him halfway to the boundary over mid-off. In the end, a comfortable catch. A miscued shot from Imran Khan. Pakistan are 5 for 194.
So Ijaz Ahmed is the new batsman. That is the way Imran was dismissed.
Imran eyeing the wide open spaces at long off. Moody was on the edge of the circle.
Oh, that's in the air too. In comes Moody once again. Doesn't quite get it, overruns the ball as well. That was a top edge. Obviously this young man not too keen when the ball's pitched short. That was not a good shot either. Reid just pitching in short. Moody coming around from the squarish position, couldn't make the ground.
So he's looking to hit over square leg, which is the shot that he played quite well against South Africa, but there's a bit more bounce in this pitch, and Inzamam Al-Haq would not have played at the Wacker ground before, so he might have to rethink that theory a little.
It's nicely timed, but doesn't beat Gully, the Australians. Boone there, fielding brilliantly here on this very fast ground. And some wonderful saves inside the circle.
So that's one advantage that Australia will have in this run chase. Pakistan aren't noted for their brilliant fielding, and they really did fall apart, unravelled actually at the Gabba in the match against South Africa.
Well, good shot, but he won't beat the man down there. Or maybe he does. No, he doesn't. Great effort. McDermott with a good arm fires it back. Good save. Fast bowler in the outfield. Does a great job, Craig McDermott.
It was absolutely speeding across the outfield, that shot. It was well hit by Inzamam. He's a big man. A very good timer of the ball. That was a terrific effort from McDermott. And a sliding save. The ball just got away from him a bit, but he was able to trap it before it got into the gutter.
That's, oh, hit back over his head. Goes all the way for 4. It's cut off. Missed him. He was behind the cameraman 8.
Attempted slow ball from Steve Waugh, and he was nearly beheaded. Absolutely smashed back there by Inzamam.
That's a good catch. No, he drops it. Wow, he answered that very often. He's out. He's got him. Wow, can you believe that? Healy drops the catch. There's confusion. The run out from Healy was eventually made with a direct hit from about 16 metres. And what a let off and panic in the Pakistan camp.
Well, it mightn't be such a bad thing for Pakistan, because it really is about time they got Wasim Akram to the crease. He's a tremendous hitter. Ijaz getting a thick edge. Healy, I think there in trying to protect that hamstring, has caused him to drop that one. But no problem with his arm. Ijaz wanted the run. Inzamam sent him back. And so Ijaz is run out. And it's 6 for 205.
Wasim Akram chicks it in the air. He's out. Yeah, surely. That's out. And Steve Waugh strikes again. 2 wickets in a row, a run out and a catch. 7 for 205. Wasem Akram, the danger man, got the foolish delivery, the slow one. He just chipped it. The ball went high. He's out for a duck. First ball.
So he hasn't picked the slower ball at all. It's the leg cutter slower ball, and he really would have been better off to just go through with a shot. But the problem was that Wasem Akram didn't pick it, and it's now 7 for 205. And he was way out in front of that one, Wasem Akram, not picking the slower ball at all. An easy catch there for Mark Waugh.
Imran Khan, the new batsman. Slow ball, and he picked it. May go for 2. It's Reid. He's coming back. This will be very close. He's got to go. No, the throw was high. He's got him. Yes, he's got him. Oh, he seemed to be making ground. The throw seemed to be wide, but the decision is out. He looked out when he was making the run, but the throw was high, and here we had to drag the ball back into the stumps.
He's not the quickest man to the ball, Bruce Reid, but he has got a strong throwing arm, and he wasn't that far from the stumps. It was only a throw of about 50 metres, but no wonder Inzamam has given the umpire the glare. He was well and truly home. It's 8 for 214.
Final delivery. And he's gone, so it's 9 for 220. A magnificent performance by the Australian team. The run rate required to be about 4.42, 221 the target for Australia.
It's a good fight back, and particularly Steve Waugh. He struggled early. Craig McDermott picking up a wicket off the last ball, so that makes the target 221 for Australia. But Steve Waugh really doing a tremendous job in getting the Australians back into this game. And now, as I say, they have a competitive total to chase, but not one that should stretch 7 batsmen if they bat well.
A good target, but not a great target on this very good batting pitch. Australia looking for a nice, steady start against Wasem Akram's genuine pace from the river end. That's way down leg side, and it's called wide. Big crowd here now. There was 1 or 2 wides early on when Australia bowled. That's been a problem for Wasem Akram throughout the tournament so far.
Important because it seems to filter through sides that have actually blocked the deliveries and kept the run rate down. It's age 26, so he's relatively young, and he's controlling Australia's fortunes here.
Good shot. Widest delivery. Moody gets plenty of bat on that one. Java does the fielding. It's the over bowled. It's no wicket for 10. It continues. Moody gets an edge, and that's the first wicket down. That's what Pakistan needed. A genuine outswinger, a genuine edge. It was taken at first slip. Moody departs. It's 1 for 13.
Javed bowling superbly here, finally gets that outside edge, and Salam Malik takes a low catch there at first slip. Great catch, and aren't they excited about that? That's the start that Pakistan need. 1 for 13.
Fine piece of bowling by Akib Javed. He got the line right.
There you see it again, low to his right, and that is a very good catch at first slip, and Salam Malik is delighted with that, as are the rest of the Pakistan side.
3 slips in now for David Boone. So Imran going for the wickets while the ball is swinging around, attacking. Boone there squared up. It's confusion. They get safely through. It'll be a leg by. Marsh calling his partner through quickly there. A little bit of confusion early on, but the fieldsman couldn't gather the ball and get it away quick enough. There it goes. He does trouble him when he comes around the wicket. Second slip there might have got a reward for Pakistan. The first slip was diving away to his right. Catch really wasn't on. He's quite wide as well. Raced away for 4.
Wasem Akram is not happy here. Yeah, Boone just gets that edge, and if there was a second slip in place there, he'd have gladly accepted that catch. But
he's also got to face some very fine outswing bowling. He won't have to face it immediately because Aqib Javed picked up that wicket with the last ball of his 5th over. It was the wicket of David Boone.
It was very well bowled. Now here's Wasim Akram. Salim Malik at first slip. So if Imran had any thought of resting Wasim Akram, that would have disappeared with the fall of the wicket and the introduction of Dean Jones to the batting lineup.
See a good example of the bounce here at the Wacker. That's why it's such an enjoyable position, fielding in the slips. Plenty of action.
590 runs with 1 century and 4 50s.
Well, that would have been wide as well, but Jeff Marsh was able to get a bat on it. Gone very wide down to 3rd man. Ramiz Raj is the man down there. He's got a bad shoulder. The reason Ramiz hasn't been playing for Pakistan the last couple of games is a shoulder injury. And in some ways, it's a bit of a problem to have a man like that down at 3rd man where the Australians can run comfortably on the arm. He's gone over the top this time, Dean Jones. Imran Khan dropping slightly short. Not hit it quite cleanly. They'll get 2 runs for it.
Yes, he can't sit on them for too long, Dean Jones. It's one of these players who wants to attack at all times. Just a fraction short there from Imran. Just got a bit of bottom hand to that and hooked it forward of square leg.
And that's a great shot from Dean Jones. This is typical Jones. That's 1 bounce, the long wicket there. It's 4 runs all the way, cleanly picked up, and Australia now 2 for 52.
He's just gone through the line and just closed the face of the bat over the top. It would have been 6 on most grounds in the world. Magnificent hit.
And Jones is one of the best one-day batsmen in the world. He clips that beautifully over the circle, and it'll go all the way to a widely swung line of superb stroke.
I'm sitting in the back of the commentary box, which is always very easy. I've been wondering why they haven't had a dart at Ijaz Ahmed. He's a vulnerable bowler. He started off bowling wides. His direction and length haven't been exactly as he or Imran would want.
Stein beats covered, it's away for single. There will be some panic here later on. They give away an extra run, certainly in the field. Pakistan not in the same class as the Australian side. That was a ridiculous throw. There was no chance of the run out. Hit the stumps and ricochet away for the extra run. Stupid cricket.
Boy, do you think Imi hasn't let him know about it? But there's one thing exercised in my mind, Bill. Will Wasim Akram be able to come back and bowl his last 4 overs? Because I can't see him on the field at the moment.
You mentioned it, Richie, neither can I. Subs on the board. It's a nice deflection. He's certainly going to be the key for Pakistan in the final overs. One gets a feeling now that Jones is starting to break the shackles here. He's moved to 26. Marsh is 17. It's 2 for 72 in the 23rd over. Got a nice loop. He'll get some bounce. It's just a matter whether under pressure he can control it. Bolt of his field. Jones cuts. There's a sweeper. They'll pick up 2. I'm sure Imran would like a 4th wicket before he introduced this young man, because both Marsh and Jones have been there since the score was 31. It's 2 for 100.
unfortunate there, but it's a boundary.
Luck changing for Australia there, as they decided to now make an assault on it. And Dean Jones, as he runs through here, you'll see he lifts his fist. He's seen a boundary. He's very happy with that.
The crowd, you can sort of almost tell how the game is going from the changing moods of the crowd, changing mood of the crowd. It's a long off, getting under it, and Mushtaq has got that break that his captain was looking for. Aqib Javed is the man at mid-off, and Dean Jones will be most disappointed with that shot.
The frustration coming through here. Dean Jones wasn't really getting him away, trying to play him off the back foot, and then finally it comes down the wicket to him to really attack him. Just hit it straight, but it goes straight up in there, and he was very well placed to take a catch very easily. 3 for 116.
Dean Jones has just perished trying to hit a 6 here at the Wacker ground. Leg spinner who's in the Pakistan side to get wickets.
As Jones' dismissal again, gets down the wicket and really tries to hit that one straight, but the spin takes it. There he goes again. Aqib is right underneath it, lines it up very well, takes an easy catch.
Aqib is an improved fielder, but his technique is not that flash. He's a bit of a crocodile catcher. Good response there. Good response from Marsh, but I tell you what, he might have been in a bit of strife if that hit. Mind you, it is worth the challenge. The Pakistanis don't really look like hitting the stumps.
Yes, if Mushtaq had hit there wasn't even a contest. Pelou Reporter would have had no doubt about getting that one right.
You sound very confident about that, Clive. And that's taken. Jeffrey Marsh getting the edge to the in-swinger. So Pakistan, just when they needed wickets, have picked them up. One to the leggy and now one to the skipper.
It's Imran Khan leading the way here, showing his team exactly what is required. And now he gets one to just drift in slightly. Marsh cutting it, it's too close to him. And that is him out, and Australia now having lost both their informed batsmen. 4 for 122.
Two on either side of the wicket. And swept straight to the man at backward square leg. Ijaz is in the right position at the right time, so Mushtaq has struck again.
Yes, Alan Border's woes continue in the World Cup. And now Mushtaq holds one at Alan Border, who's trying to get the run rate going. Just drifting down the leg, picks it up, and Ijaz takes a superb catch there. Look at the delight in the Pakistan fielders. 5 for 123.
Australia badly needs a partnership from the War Twins.
Bowling, Mushtaq, bowling.
This Mushtaq here, picking up Alan Border with one that's been flicked around just behind square on the leg side, and Ijaz perfectly positioned. To see Australia through, there you see it again, straight to him, and he really has clipped it away there superbly, timed it nicely. There you go, the run rate 6.86.
Third man is a bit square. Wasim Akram. A much needed boundary there for Australia.
Yes, this ball just edged down fine, and Imran Khan here slanting it in, not too much room. She's not giving the batsman at the moment. Wasim Akram setting off after in a despairing dive, ended up in the gutter.
And a big shout there from Imran. He's been given. Steve Waugh has been caught down the leg side. That is a bit of a bonus for Imran. He would be the first to admit that it wasn't the best delivery around. Steve Waugh is hanging around. Someone's obviously said something to him, and Imran is just putting up his hand and I think suggesting it's just all done in excitement. But Waugh is on his way.
Yes, Imran getting one to drift down the leg side and just flicking his glove. And what a superb catch. Imran really excited about that. A little bit of a dispute there, but it's 6 for 130.
Ian, and that is the dismissal of Steve Waugh. Looked like the glove down the leg side. Yes, well away from the hip or the thigh pad. Very good tactical move of Imran's not to put Mushtaq on at the causeway end. He had him on at one stage. That's fine stroke. Beautifully placed. Wasim Akram can't cut it off. It's a good stroke from Mark Waugh.
Unpopular reporter. He enjoyed it as much as Mark Waugh did. Just a very classy shot this. Look at that. Look at the timing. Just a snap of the wrist at the last moment. His footwork was superb. I think Akram thought he was going to cut it off for a moment. All of a sudden it was past him.
I pulled the wrong rein with Imran. I was sitting back in the box thinking that it would be a very wise move of him to bring on Wasim Akram or Aqib Javed when one wicket fell. That was Dean Jones. He decided to do it himself, and it's worked.
He only scored 150, but he's always been coming in down the order. Played 68 matches. His experience is on his side. This could be a run out. They're very keen, the Pakistanis. 3 men attacking that ball.
Imran is still having trouble with that shoulder. Short single and the quick 2 or 3 may be a problem. Sohail, the fielder. Good hard flat throw. And that is just about the ball game, I'd say. Aqib Javed has broken through in this over from the causeway end. Ijaz Ahmed is the man getting himself under it now. Judges the catch perfectly. And now Pakistan are within sight of victory and 2 points. 7 for 156. Look for 2 and we'll get it.
And that was beautifully placed by Mark Waugh. Aqib Javed, he brought his fine leg finer, so Mark Waugh just glanced it just a bit wider. Brilliant cricket. Now he's saying stay back there. Well, let's see if he goes finer with this one, if he strays on the leg stump.
Just a single there for Mark Waugh to keep the strike. 7 for 159. W. That's very well bowled by Wasim Akram. That in-ducker to the right-hander. Another Australian wicket goes down. McDermott has gone.
It's come in from outside the off stump. It moved a long way. Could have been going down leg side, but umpire Pillar Reporter felt that it was going to hit the stump, so played McDermott out for a duck. It's 8 for 162.
221 is the figure needed by the Australians. And Pakistan right on top. David Gower's in the commentary box now, and here's Bill Laurie with him.
Thank you, Richie. And I guess Mark Waugh is the man that stands between Pakistan and Australia going out of the World Cup. There's the LBW, the ball coming from wide out, judged LBW. And stump vision, Wasim Akram coming around the wicket to McDermott. I'm on a back pad. Imran Khan forced to bowl Mustak for his final over from the river end. This will be the over where I think Mark Waugh will try and charge to get some boundaries. He goes for the big hit down the long off. It's going to beat the man there. Yes, it does. That's what's needed. Beautiful stroke. He found the gap using his feet. So this is going to be the charge from Mark Waugh. Can he do it? Your own-handed effort.
Mark Waugh, a very fine player of spin bowlers, uses his feet well. It's very much a case of do or die now for him and Australia. And he hits this with tremendous power. It's always going to be 4 runs.
Mustak bowling his final over. Sweeps in the air, there's a man out there, it's Eve Jazz, he's gone! He's a good fieldsman, and that's it. The leg spinner doing the job, throwing it up. Mark Waugh going for the mid-wicket boundary. The fieldsman judged it beautifully, and it's almost time for Australia in the World Cup.
Pakistan have been maligned for their fielding over this competition. What they have done in this game, especially as the game's gone on, is catch their catches. Ijaz again in the deep. Judges this very, very well indeed. Takes it very comfortably. Mark Waugh caught also in the dilemma. He had to go for runs. Without the big hits, Australia were lost in any case, but now they're 9 for 167. 3 wickets for the leg spinner, proving their value in this form of cricket. This is quite a big hit from Mark Waugh, but unfortunately in this sort of game there's always a man out there.
Big shout, could be out. Wow, that sounded like a noise. It really did sound like wood there. Whitney rightfully stands his ground, but you can't believe that, Mustak. That spun, and it sounded like wood all the way, but not out.
It looks a little bit as though the only person on the ground who's not sure about this being out is Carl Liebenberg, and he's exercised his right.
Oh, there's a bit of an altercation here. And it's the over called, is it? The umpire going out to the cap. There's a few words being said between Whitney and the wicketkeeper. It's all happening, but it's not very pleasant, unfortunately. This is a shame. It's been a great match on sport with a few sad moments at the end. Imran coming in, trying to calm him down. A few words were obviously said between the wicketkeeper and the batsman. There's no doubt there was a nick there. Certainly wasn't a good decision, but that's cricket.
Well, Imran finally managing a smile. I think he's got plenty to smile about. In reality, Australia very much on the ropes here. Had that decision gone their way, the Pakistani way, then this contest would be all over. And I think it's safe to say that, in all honesty, Mike Whitney should be back in the pavilion. The game should have been wrapped up.
And Michael Whitney will be pumped up. The fieldsmen are running everywhere back into positions. Mustak bowling his 10th and final over. He comes again. Whitney doesn't offer a shot. Big turn and bounce there. The crowd roaring here. It's almost like a football final at the Wacker as Australia go down for the count in the World Cup of '92. It's a run, just the single. It's going to be Wasim Akram to take up the attack from the members' end. So plenty of tension. It's 9 for 168.
Well, I think the experience of Imran coming to play there, trying to talk some sense into everyone there, and Mike Whitney obviously not very happy with all the noise, the verbiage that was coming round, especially from the wicket-keeper, it seemed, with that nick. And a lot of the players, I'm sure, on the Pakistan side were suggesting to Mike Whitney that he nicked it, he knew it, he should have gone.
Imran Khan sends victory.
Michael Whitney goes to 3. Gets an edge, they look for 2. Jarvis coming in. Misfield. Oh, it's a comedy of errors everywhere. There's running up and down in the one spot. A misfield by the experienced Javed Miandad, and Imran Khan's going mad at mid-wicket. Keep it cool, he's screaming.
Well, there's still entertainment being provided here at the Wacker. Might not be quite the entertainment the crowd wanted to see at the start of the day. It really is essential now that Imran Khan uses his experience to keep a call ahead there and lead these Pakistanis in.
Gone, that's it. Michael Whitney is bowled by Wassim Akram. It's all over. 2 points to Pakistan, a great victory, defending 220. They've bowled out Australia in the 46th over. Magnificent performance by the young leg spinner Mustak and Akib Javed, the medium pacer.